Greetings from the 32nd century. And with the mad rush of the impending holidays approaching, we thank you for taking some time from your busy schedules to join us here at A Strange New Pod for our bonus pod review of the new episode of Discovery, Episode 8, The Sanctuary. It is hard to believe we are already 8 episodes deep into the season as we round the curve to the final 5. I am your host this week, Lieutenant Hawk, and joining us as always, our stalwart Captain Julian Brown, the man who keeps our hailing frequencies open, Rear Admiral Eric, our resident synth hall mixologist, and wouldn't a brand new mug go great behind her bar, Delta Flyers?
Yes.
Ensign Aaron. And returning to ship's duty after a trip to the DS9 wormhole, Ensign Brittany Tomes. Let the puns begin.
Puns.
It was pretty good. I thought to myself, what a wonderful worm. And now I'm back. I gave you guys no notice. I was like, see you later. And just,
Oh, I love the puns so much.
Yeah, I'm sure you wanted to dax me a lot of questions, but, we got to move on.
Shut up, Wesley.
There it is.
He has a lot of making up to do this week.
It's true.
When this
And
is
with
going,
that,
it's tough. No, you're good. Go ahead.
With that, I say glory to you and your houses. Thank you for joining us on our Twitch live stream. Keep the comments and the questions coming all night long. And as always, a big thank you to Sam Dillard and Samo Studios for our Trektastic intro and outro music.
Yay, Samo.
Yeah. So news. Pre-production on sets has begun for Strange New Worlds, with the production start date tentatively set for February. And according to an unconfirmed article from Tia Fabi at Geek Vibe Nation, a call has been sent out for the casting of 5 roles within the series, which Eric is going to run through.
Am I? Yes,
Eric.
Yeah, Bo.
Yes, you are.
Newly graduated.
Surprise!
No, I read it earlier. I was actually putting that in my notes. I was going to add sass to Hawk. So, Yaboa, newly graduated from the academy with pre-natural talents for linguistics. Ooh, sort of like a Osyraa type person.
Or Yoshi.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
La'an.
I'm sorry, wrong one.
La'an, head of security, suffering from PTSD, but with a constant air of vigilance and precision. Sort of like Nala Visitor? That's not her name.
Nana?
Nana?
Yeah.
I like
Nana. What's her name?
Nana. Ortegas, an experienced vet with a dry wit and sharp intellect, who can apparently jump from a joke to a double punch in a heartbeat.
Brittany?
Ransom?
It's me.
Biodin, a medical officer, an older character described as only as from the original series.
So
Ooh.
there's some controversy surrounding this. I'm wondering if they're doing the deep fake like with how they did Ash Tyler. They're giving this character like the wrong description to throw people off.
Yeah.
Because if they did a different doctor, I think fans might
Lose their
uproar a
shit.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miller,
Likely.
Biodin's nurse, described as heroic and charming, and bears a similarity to Dr. Crusher.
I hope these names aren't final because I'm already thinking of jokes. Like,
Well-
hey there, demons, it's me, Yaboa.
I was gonna make a Yaboa joke.
Did my cat pull out my lawn cable again?
I really need to go get some Ortega seasoning for my enchiladas.
That's good.
Ortegas.
That's a good one.
I
It's
like
not great.
I like
then
La'an.
Biden, didn't he win the election 8 times in a row?
Get off my bridge.
I'm done.
He did though. He did.
Oh
yeah.
my god. Oh my god.
State certified.
Yeah. 50 state certified.
Oh my god.
I
Indeed.
can't wait for that to be over.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the election has been going on for over a month.
It's been
Oh my
And you're in
God.
Canada. At least you have some sort of a border between you and us.
Except it's on the news all the time for us too.
We feel it. We just still feel it deeply.
The election drove me so insane that I said fuck it and joined the Emerald chain. So that's why I'm green.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought you were guacamole.
I was just assuming you were defying gravity.
Oh,
Right?
Start singing.
Defying gravity.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, I'm done. No more singing on the show.
Gravity.
We're gonna sing all the way through.
There we go. Oh, the
We
musical
we should do that.
podcast.
We should do a
Ooh, no
musical
one's
podcast.
done that before. I'm
100%.
here for it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's been done, but we would be unique still.
Yeah,
Yes,
Star Trek
I need
musical?
auto-tune,
Musical
but yes.
Star Trek.
There we
Change
go.
the lyrics to favorite musicals and match it to Star Trek things.
Bonus podcast.
That's what I do normally.
All right.
Oh boy.
Hawk's
So
just like,
I-
are they gonna stop?
I'm
No,
kind
we're
of,
not.
I'm kind of
We're
green
not.
with envy that Julian went for the makeup and not me this time.
I had already signed on, and it was like 5 minutes before I think people were going to start coming on. I was like, Karen, can you paint me green in like 10 minutes? She's like, sure, I can.
Easily.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm an ex-theater geek.
exactly.
Still a theater geek, but you know what I mean.
Did she go with eyeshadow?
No, dude, it's just black paint for the eyebrows and lips, and then a mix of neon, forest green, and black for the face.
Very
rough
nice.
job, but a good job.
You know, if you don't want to be Orion anymore and you want to go Endorian, I know a guy.
His name is Noah, Hawk. His name is Noah.
His name is Noah.
That was well done, and I think Noah would appreciate that. Noah may listen to our show. I know that he follows us on Twitter and likes our shenanigans.
Oh,
Well, I hope so.
Excellent.
Noah and I talk D&D. He's a fun chap.
Fun chap.
So, on our upcoming full-length episode of A Strange New Pod this Saturday, we are going to be doing our draw to see who is going to be reading each character, and Captain Julian is going to fill you in on the details. Julian?
Indeed, I am. So on Saturday's episode, one of our patrons, Simon, suggested that we do a script read through instead of doing just like, a normal episode of the show. So we are. And our patrons also came up with the idea that we should do DS9's Trials and Tribulations. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be
What a
great.
fun episode to choose. Oh,
So what I've done is that I have two hats. And Eric, I know that you're in front of multiple screens right now. If you could please write all of this down, that would be
God.
very. Yeah, I know. I'm putting it on the spot. So I have two hats, and we're going to do supporting cast first. So there's 7 supporting cast and 5 of us. So 2 people are going to get extra duty, and that'll be seen. The main.
I'm so excited for multiple roles.
So I will do it by character and then who's reading them. Okay, so here we go. This is a mess. I don't have a lot of room. I'm gonna try and figure this out. Okay,
This
here we
is gonna
go.
be spelled so badly in this document. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so first piece of paper. Playing the engineer will be. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Engineer will do. Aaron will be the engineer. You can't see it, but it says Aaron.
I'm
You
an
can call her the
engineer.
engineering.
Oh, there we go.
Playing the waitress. There is a waitress, I guess, on Deep Space K-12. Will be Eric.
will it be?
Eric will be the
Eric.
waitress.
So
Love-
I think we should change the name from the waitress to the server.
No.
The server.
No.
Nope.
It was
This is the Broadway musical Waitress.
Oh yes.
All right. I just say contemporary, like now times we call, having worked in a restaurant, we call them servers, not waitresses.
on
It's a
Twitch.
bad idea,
Engineer 21
man.
says you're all extreme overachievers, quoting the book.
It's a
So,
bad idea,
all right,
man.
playing or reading, I should say, crew member
Woo.
will me. I will be the crew member.
Hey.
Yay!
Crew member. Okay, these names are going.
This is so exciting. I'm like sweating. I feel like I'm looking at the
Agree
list
to
to
be
see
cast
who I
with
got
the
cast
group.
as.
It's like high school with that board.
Yeah,
It's
right?
like-
If she gets Dax, she's gonna freak out.
All right,
If
playing
I get Cisco, I will lose my damn mind.
Lucily or Luxley, Luciy.
Oh, yeah, Luxley. Those are the dudes from the
Luxley.
beginning.
Yeah,
The,
will be the
security
temporal
guards.
cops, right?
yeah, temporal cops.
Will be Hawk. That's actually
Yeah.
That's good for you. I
good.
love it. I could see it already.
All right, and playing Dolmer, which I think is the other one, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
will be. I saw a name, so I'm gonna just kind of shuffle these as best as I can. Hold on. There's only one name left. Never mind. It's Brittany.
I was gonna say,
So Brittany will play the other guard. So I'm gonna put the names back
saving
in.
the best for last, obviously.
Oh, so that was like all the background characters.
Yeah, it was side characters.
Okay, I see.
The support cast,
I was like, why are we not getting any of the big names in there?
Well,
Because
now-
I didn't listen.
just as important as the main cast.
That's
Oh, no,
right.
we have 2 more supporting. So playing Darvin who is important, will be Aaron again.
Hey.
And then
got
the
it.
last one, Waddle.
Waddle.
What a name.
Oh, wait, Darvin and Waddle are the same person.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Maybe you
Oh,
could
boy.
wear a mustache, like
That's Aaron. So we're good.
Nothing.
there. We're done
side
there.
of the face.
No, that looks a little too Hitler, doesn't it? Here,
Yeah, don't do that.
beard.
So-
Beard. Evil. Evil.
Now, this is the fun part, going to the main cast. All right. I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling.
I'm sweating. I'm so excited.
I was trying to make a beard.
Playing Dr. Julian Bashir. I really hope it's
Is it you?
I hope it's you.
I hope it's you.
will be Brittany. Oh shit, son.
Have fun.
I get to hit on Dax so much.
Yeah, dude. I love it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's perfect.
I never even expected that outcome. Oh my god. it's so good.
There you go.
All right.
That
Playing
was unexpected.
playing Quark. Do they like to gamble? Will be.
I hope it's you.
I hope so. Let's see. Aaron is gonna
Aaron, you're getting the best roles.
Okay.
You can wear some lobes for that.
best
Yeah,
armed Timmerman. Playing Worf. Today is a good day
Oh my
to
God, I
die.
spelled Worf wrong.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. Drop that thing down.
Eric.
There you go.
Nice. You
Nice.
could do it.
And then let's see.
Honor.
There's only 2 names left and a few more characters. So people are going to get double duty. All right, here's the first one. Playing Kira will be.
Please be a hawk.
Hawk.
Please be Hawk.
It's either going to be Hawk or me.
Either way, it's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
It's kind of tough because I know which one's which, so I'm going to crumple them up.
It will also be hard because there's so many scenes where like those characters are interacting. So like if Hawk and I are security guards and then someone's Kira, that's how the episode begins.
That's gonna be
Hawk.
amazing. Hawk.
Hawk?
I'm hot.
Yeah.
You get to talk to yourself.
Yes.
And then that leaves me.
I'll have to do the Two-Face then.
Can we hear your Kira voice?
Can you do a quick Kira?
Trying to think of a
He's
Kira
like-
line.
Female.
Get into character. Get into character.
Well, she's
Good.
a no-nonsense badass bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cares about Bajor.
I need a Kira line and I can't think of one right now.
That's okay. That's all right. We're not going to put you on the spot. And playing Odo will be me.
Oh no.
There you go.
Good one.
I don't know. I gotta get in the zone for Odo. I'm not that
Aaron, I'm so jealous. You have like 4 characters.
So
I'm very nervous about
Ended
it.
up with 2.
so the names are going back because we still have 3 supporting characters.
Oh hell yeah.
It's gonna be all Aaron.
Aaron's like, pull me
There
out.
we go. Let's do this.
Wait, I screwed up.
I'm gonna be everybody.
One man circus.
That's right.
Did I do this right? No, there we go. Okay, here we go. Playing the most important man in Starfleet will be
Oh my god.
Please, Brittany.
Please.
Eric.
Damn it!
Wait, who am I playing?
You're
Cisco.
playing the most important man in Starfleet history, Chief O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Oh, I thought it was Cisco.
Yeah,
I was
I,
hoping it was gonna be.
I wasn't sure which one.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Nobody's Cisco yet. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of Ben Sisko, Ben
God,
Sisko
please.
will be read by.
Brittany.
Hey, Karen, come here. I'm gonna have Karen do it because I know which one of the papers is, and I don't want to be impartial. Come here, quick.
All right.
Karen, please.
Guest podcaster. Karen's in.
It's gonna be Aaron.
I want to speak in a jazzy voice, please.
But we haven't found out who's Dax either yet.
Scott.
That's also you, Aaron.
Oh yeah, great.
All right.
There she is.
All right, playing Ben Sisko.
My heart is racing.
Me.
Yay!
Good.
Rick.
So my yeah, I don't know how rigged that looks, but it
So
looks
rigged. I need
Recap.
another role.
all right. And then finally, playing Jadzea. I really hope it's you, Britt,
I
because
hope it's me because I want to hit on myself.
I know that's life
That's
goal.
90% of lesbianism anyway.
Here's
Like, why am I lifting weights and looking in a mirror?
Aaron.
Yay! That's the one I did want. All right, Brittany. A
How did
high five
Aaron
to the
get
computer.
5 rolls?
I think Aaron did get 5 rolls, so we might need to divvy some of those up anyway.
Give me them.
She's Quark, so she can sell some of them. We'll figure it out.
There you go.
Okay, we'll barter.
That is, I hope Eric has it all written down. That is going to be our live show on Saturday that'll release as a podcast the following Friday, Wednesdays for patrons. You're not going to want to miss this one. It is going to be a shit show, a glorious, glorious triple shit show.
Maybe I should come up with a drink for it.
I was
can't wait
supposed to
to be
write that
Julian.
down.
Who's got some gold pressed platinum?
Yeah, or maybe if you could put some little like I don't even know what in there that would look like tribbles.
Ooh, oh
Like
God,
little pom poms.
Yeah,
Oof.
like
not in your drink. You
Edible
don't want fibers
pom-poms.
in there. I'll think about it.
Pom poms.
one of those weird spiky dragon fruits.
Ooh,
I don't know.
maybe if I could come up with something and it like dissolved into the drink. I
Boba.
don't know, let me think.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boba.
no.
Yeah, throw a bunch of boba in there.
I don't love
Yeah.
boba, guys. I know that's a bad, that's not a popular opinion, but I don't.
Well,
love the
don't
boba.
have a boba fit.
Very nice.
I know it's Star Trek. Sorry.
I want to know what
We'll
the
stick to
hell is
Star
going
Trek.
on here.
Oh, you're getting into character.
You ready? I didn't even have to hit the soundbite.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
You better be
Love it.
smooth and jazzy as hell.
Nope.
Better be.
All right. So where do we go from here, Hawk?
Oh, we are starting another contest right now. We have 3 Christmas badgie pins to give away, and the next 3 people to review our pod on Apple Podcasts will get one. Leaving us a 5-star review helps get our show more eyes and really helps us out. So take a screenshot of your review and either email the image to @astrangenewpod@gmail.com or personal transport it into our Twitter DMs @strangenewpod.
Yep. So 3 badgie pins. One of the others that we have will be drawn exclusively for our patrons. So this is a way for you guys to get in and leave our show a review. And the first 3 people to do that will get that awesome badgie pin from Fansets. It's really cool.
It's on our Instagram and Twitter and all that, right?
Not yet. I'm
the-
going to put it up. I'm going to
Awesome.
happen. Yep.
Badgie! Dad's in their blood!
Badgie.
Hi, Meg.
It'll be your badge of honor if you win.
There you go. And let me tell you, I know from experience, winning a contest is fun, so you should do it.
Aaron, I swear to God.
It's almost over, okay?
I know.
Until
better
I
win
win,
that
it will
damn
never
mug.
be over.
When
That's
you
right.
do, we'll have to change your name in here. It's gonna be like Commander of the Mug.
Oh yeah, can I
One of
get
those many names.
I want my rank to be upgraded because remember during our podcast I got upgraded in rank and I have like 15,000 pips now.
You ain't
So
shit.
I'm like a super ultra admiral commander captain.
Comugder.
There you go.
Commodore. That's what I call you.
Commodore. Yes, I'm here for it.
Commodore Aaron.
Good day, sir.
Wow.
That's what you get.
But when she wins, we pop in the biggest bottles.
We
That's
are.
right.
Now
Into
I'm
the
gonna
mug.
put some. We'll be like mug.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh,
So before we dive into the review, we'd like to remind everyone of our Patreon and how you can become one with our collective and help support our show. Aaron, could you fill us in on the details, please?
I sure can. If you join our Patreon, you'll get an exclusive episode once a month where we make special drinks and we do an alcoholic and a non-alcoholic, and then we do a bad or fun episode of Star Trek. Right now it's been Voyager and DS9, and we drunk tweet it along, drunk text it along.
Watch along, a drunk along.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Even just thinking about the drinking makes me drunk. So you get that. You get
Eric,
an
you're
exclusive
wrong.
podcast. You get access to our special Discord, Patreon only channel. Cool contests like the one you just heard about, where the patrons get their own chance to win. So your chances are even better to win. And you get to hang out with us cool people. We also are drawing once a month one of our patrons to actually join us on the podcast, which is really, really cool. Julian, have we done that yet for this month?
Yeah, so Rob on our Discord channel, and he's also one of our Twitter followers and our Cerritos Lounge level patron. He is going to be our first patron guest. We are going to be for episode not 14, which is going to be our script read, but the next episode, we are going to be watching the 3 After Generations next gen movies. So First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis for our next 3 episodes. So it's going to be fun, and he's going to be joining us for the First Contact episode. So
Yeah, that's gonna be so much fun. So join our Patreon.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, join the Patreon. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we have 3 levels. There's a $1, $2, and a $5. So it's a small investment and you get a lot out of it. And we're going to keep adding stuff. We have lots of ideas and we want to hear from you guys too. And our patrons that we already have, we love you. Thank you so much.
Ooh, Meg Meg
very
is
much,
drinking
Aaron.
the Killy right now.
She is.
Hey. And as always, a big shout out and a hearty iteran. I just learned that word today. It's the Vulcan thank you. To our patrons from Brittany. Would you like to proceed?
I always like to thank them. So, thanks to our awesome Patrons Collective. Ann Bradley, Aisha Camilla Pardalis, Brandon Felcher, Mariah Gossett, Mag Mag, Jeff Reeve, Simon Steger, and Mitch Thatcher.
Yay, patrons. We love you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Gotta
thank you
rip
so
your
much for
float
the
before we
support.
begin.
Speaking of our patrons, very quickly, in your inbox, you should see that you got an email asking you to take a poll. We are doing an end of year patron gift. So you guys get to choose what you want that to be: a pin, a t-shirt, a hat, a coin. We're going to get working on that. That'll end on Monday. So make sure you take that poll.
It could even be a coin of a pin on a hat with a shirt.
Ooh.
I don't know.
So as we proceed now, before we get into our review, we're going to do our strange new loop for the week.
I forgot about it, damn it.
If you were the new captain of a starship, what would your commands / catchphrase for going to warp be?
Can I go?
Yes, please. Julian, start this off.
So mine's super like basic and generic, but it's something that my dad always said and did it in like his big booming voice, like when we were leaving the house. And it's always stuck with me. I think Karen can correct me if I'm wrong later. It's something I do all the time myself. And it's just, let's do it. Let's go.
You definitely say that. Like,
Yeah,
let's do
it's
it.
like, that's me, right? So like, I'd just be in my captain chair and I'd be like, let's do it. Or I really like, let's go to work. I like that a lot too. So
I hope nobody says yeet. If anybody says yeet, I'm gonna lose my mind.
let's yeet to a warp factor of 10.
Just sit down.
No, mine would be let's do it and let's go to work.
Oh, man. Who's next?
I know
Eric,
what
have you
mine
got
is,
one?
but I'm ashamed.
No, I'm thinking, Brittany, go for it.
Okay,
Okay,
Brittany,
mine
take
would
it.
be let's go. Like I always do from Mario, because Julian knows I say this. I go like, we'll get in this car and I'll be like, let's go. It's so bad, but like, it's like the 23rd fucking century. People are gonna be like, what are you even quoting?
You'd be court-martialed.
I would be. But I probably like I know I say that a lot, so that's probably what it actually would be. But I'd probably be like, warp time, motherfucker, and they'd be like, you should not be a captain. Anything with motherfucker in it. It's like my catchphrase.
Aaron,
I
would you
don't
go
know,
next,
man.
please?
Yeah, I feel like this is such a hard question because there's been so many good ones, and you can't beat the
You gotta
jazz.
workshop
5,
it,
6,
right?
7, 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
workshop it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to think about it, but it would probably be something silly and dumb. Like I kind of want to be like, it's brunch time, and then hold up a mimosa.
Everybody's warping for the weekend.
Yeah, right there. See,
Oh.
you did it.
There's so many good tech. Like, oh, I love that part of this episode. I know we'll get to it, but
Mhm.
I don't remember that part of the episode.
no, like them trying to find out like a phrase.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. I was like, did they sing that? That would have been great and weird.
I'm going to give Eric a little more time.
No,
on
no,
that.
I got it. I got it.
You got yours? Okay.
Just because
okay.
it's something I say because the 10th Doctor was my favorite Doctor. So I used to say allons-y all the time.
Yes.
And I still do actually with my kids, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You're learning French soon."
It means
damn
let's go in French. There's a theme here. Allons-y, Alonso.
Allons-y.
Geronimo.
Did the kids have to learn French in Canada?
Yeah, for the first bit, they don't like until grade 10 or grade 9, I think.
Oh, that's a
Grade
long time.
nine.
That's good.
Grade 9 is the last
Yeah,
one.
I only did grade 9 myself, and that was it.
Yeah, we should continue on because there is, part of our country that's only French. So
And it's so useful.
it is. Anyway, politics.
Well, I'll finish this one
Just
off.
remembering that fucking South Park thing.
Which
They
one?
also Canada, like French Canada. It's the best Canada in the land. The other Canada is hardly Canada. If you've been here for a day, you'd understand.
It's going off the rails, everyone. I hope you're having a good time.
Anyway, we're
hope
talking about
so.
I
Quebec.
wonder why I painted my face.
Yeah, what is this podcast about?
Popular.
Wicked.
Spotted giraffe
Eventually-
will be happy.
Popular.
Eventually, we're going to review the episode, and that,
We
but
need to
we
do
got to get the
musical.
jollies
All
up
right,
first.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Catchphrase.
So I was a little surprised Aaron didn't catch this one. And that I'm going to keep this simple and say, blast off.
I like it.
Ooh. Okay. I feel it.
Also,
Team Hawk is blasting off again.
court-martialed. Let's blast off, guys.
So
As long
say
as
we
somebody
all-
doesn't say, let's burn some rubber, and people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. You talking about the burn?
Oh my god.
Offended.
offended.
Julian's.
And this is why none of us will ever captain a starship. So.
This is why I should never miss one episode. I'm completely unhinged.
Star shit.
The only thing I'd be qualified to do on a real starship would be to like serve lunch from the replicator that I just press the button or yell at. That's it.
And hand it.
I'd be Gene from Lower Decks cleaning out Leland from the spore drive container thing.
Oh, Gene. Poor Gene.
That's my
I'd be the person they only bring out in like horrible scenarios where they're like, oh God, we don't know what to do. What should we do? And then they're just like, release Brittany. They just like give me like 1 cube of sugar and I just like,
Double fist
save the
everything.
day. Yep.
All right.
Computer's broken. I'll fix it.
So I guess we should review it.
I think with that, we can jump into our review of the
Yeah.
Sanctuary and the synopsis. I didn't really pick anybody to read the synopsis. So any
I'll do it.
volunteers? Yeah.
Brittany's back.
I didn't even let him stop
It's,
talking.
it's fresh on her mind.
So,
Brittany, bitch.
oh my God, that should be my tagline.
Oh, yeah.
Of like, instead of let's go, it's just like, it's Brittany, bitch. And we just warp.
Yes.
I love this expanded range of drops.
I'm on fire tonight, man.
Okay, so Discovery warps to Book's famine-plagued That's so depressing. It's true, though. Discovery warps to Book's famine-plagued homeworld of Quejian?
Quijan, I think.
Quijan? Yeah, I
Quijan.
couldn't remember.
Quijan.
Quijan. There we go.
Cuisinart?
Quijan. Yeah, Cuisinart. Quijan after an urgent call from his estranged brother. There, they must navigate a delicate balance of non-interference while simultaneously lending assistance, all while facing off the leader of the Emerald Chain, Osyraa. Meanwhile, Georgiou proves an unwilling patient as Culver works to uncover the root cause of her deteriorating health.
Excellent.
That's a good description.
Very good description. Did you write that, Hawk, or was that from CBS?
I wrote that myself.
Well done.
Ooh.
I was gonna say it's more than one sentence.
Better than CBS.
CBS needs to hire Hawk.
Are you listening, CBS?
Hire all of us. Obviously, we are the top. The top.
I've been writing on and off since this morning. So let's begin with the deterioration of subspace after the burn causes sea locusts to move to shore, where they begin to consuming the crops harvested on Quijan. The Emerald Chain apparently provided a solution to the problem in exchange for Quijan's transworms. We got to see quite a bit of them in this episode.
I got eaten.
We had
You
many trances to see the worms.
Just, and they say you don't feel a thing, but that guy felt everything.
Everything, man. He did not go out quietly.
Auntie.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, it was great because she showed him as much mercy as he had shown anyone else. So, you know, it's one of those you get what you deserve sort of situations. Not that I'm here for killing, but, you know, F that guy.
Hers
I
was
thought you were
so.
gonna make a chain of command joke.
Damn it. I should have.
But Osyraa seems so much. It felt more natural with her, whereas the nephew always felt like he was like trying to be like her. So he's
Mhm.
like, I think she would be like this. She would do this. Whereas she's just like, you know what? Transworm.
Ooh, I bet she and Georgiou would actually like each other a lot because they both have that killer instinct.
Ship it.
Ship it.
You
I know that's
ship
not what you meant.
it? That fan fiction's out there.
From trans warp to trans worms. This tale will warm your heart. Go
So
on, Hawk.
now, thank you. Now the chain holds Quijan's fate in its hands as Osyraa demands the return of Rin, the Andorian Burnham and Book freed from the salvaged colony. So let's dive right into it. What do we think of the A plot this week?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like learning more about Book's history, or at least where he came from. We don't know why he got that name or why he gave himself that name, but it was nice to know that he had an original name that he sort of disowned because he had to leave that planet. That was
What, like Cleveland Booker is not his real name?
fair.
You're telling me he wasn't a booker from Cleveland? Could have been.
We know there's a story behind that name. Well, I hope we find it before the rest of the season ends.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see more of Rin as a character because you don't want it to be kind of like, Rin there, done that. You want to actually see him recur. We want Noah to stay on the show.
Yep, for sure.
For at least another season.
And he has
you're active.
he has really good chemistry with one of the castmates. I don't know why, but
yeah, I don't know who that Mary girl.
That Mary girl.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're married.
So we're all eagerly anticipating his return.
Oh,
Ah!
Ooh, well done.
This is all I wanted. Thank you. I can leave now.
don't leave. I thought it was a nice sort of. It felt like '90s Trek, like it was an episode that was about what's happening. This, the longer arc, but it felt like a full on. This episode started here, and then at the end it ended. Like we had a full little story in there, and we learned a little bit about a character, and they all worked together. It just felt like it gave me some sort of nostalgic feels in a good way.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Hawk.
I said they've been doing a really neat balancing act between that this season and that. There'll be like a self-contained plot within the episode and that, while at the same time picking away at the threads that are going along with it. I think this episode was actually a really good example of it this season.
Yeah, it worries me a little bit because there's only 5 episodes left and we still don't have much of any information on who or what caused the burn, and that worries me a little bit. And it looks like we're getting another standalone episode next week with Giorgio.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they continue the burn plot because listen, that's what we're all here for, right? Not that I'm not here for Star Trek episodes, and let's get to it, right? We've all said it. This was another Star Trek episode. Like there were bad guys, there was a planet in need. There was a problem. It got solved, and Karen even said it in the episode. It was like maybe like too like happy feely, like good. I'm like, but that's Star Trek. That's like the end of every TNG episode. That's the end of almost every Voyager episode. Not so much DS9.
No, definitely not DS9.
But no, it was a Star Trek episode. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end with a couple of plot points left over. And that was both really good and really bad for me because I'm so used to Discovery being serialized that I'm like, okay, I have to get used to it kind of doing like the Planet of the Week thing. Which, nevertheless, I really enjoyed that A plot of, rescuing, or not rescuing, or helping, get this famine, back under control.
On Twitch, Rob is saying maybe it's not standalone. Maybe what's happening to Giorgio is related.
Definitely.
Yeah. I feel like with the last 2 seasons, because I binge watched 1 and 2 right before we started this, there is a certain relentlessness of the pace that I think is unsustainable if they keep trying to do that every season, because then you have to, sort of up your ante every time, and it's kind of hard to up your ante after you've gone to the super future. So I think that while I think the greater story of the burn is interesting, and I like that we're getting that. I also like that we're just seeing these characters like they're living in the space and they're learning, because if they were just trying to sprint this all the way through like they did last season, that's kind of exhausting to me too, just watching it. So it's nice to kind of have the end and be like, we've ended, and next week we get another thing.
Hawk, I know you're hosting, but let me just ask a question then. Would you guys be mad if, let's say, this was a multi-season arc? Like, would you be mad if you didn't find out what the burn was this season, or would you be happy with that?
I was going to actually say that Julian thinks that the show Giorgio's him an explanation right away. Meanwhile, Aaron is in it for the slow burn. And I'm just in it for Michael Burnham. So it's a win-win, really.
Get off my...
Way that it... Saru, not sorry.
1 week away and the reservoir is just full.
Oh, too much.
It's okay both ways. Like, I don't know. I'm fine with it.
I don't know. I would be disappointed if we didn't find out what the burn was this season.
Same.
I don't want to deal with that.
I mean, they already learned so much in such a short amount of time that I feel like we're gonna learn soon. If next episode's not gonna happen, it's gonna be the one right after that.
It'd be an interesting...
Starfleet did it. Sorry.
It'd be an interesting turn in that, to leave us on a cliffhanger, like at the end with the season finale. I know there is a 2-parter coming up, not next episode. I think it's they have 2 episodes after that. So
The Hope Is You, part 2 and 3.
I have a question for you guys. So this season, or this episode, it looks like the Emerald Chain's gonna take a bigger role in this season. And did you guys think that they were gonna be more, like the bigger bad this season when we were started? Like they just started. It just sort of. Yeah.
I did, because they were in that first episode and they kept saying the Emerald Chain, and I was like, well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be like the Fleetwood Mac daddy of all this, because if you don't love the show now, you'll never love it again, and you'll never break the chain. So
Julian, hit the button. Just
I'm
hit the button.
I fucking love that song. Okay.
Brittany's on a 30-second timeout. I muted her.
One more.
Penalty
She just
box.
wants one more.
Do one more and I'll remute her. Hold on. All right, get it out, Brittany.
Oh, she's still muted.
Hold on, I could do it. Oh wait, I can't unmute her myself. I've hurt myself. Brittany,
You're stuck now, Brittany.
There you go.
Don't Stevie Nicks me too soon. Now,
Okay. Yeah, there you go. We need to get a graphic that just says like Starfleet time. Like, when Burnham in the first episode, they put her in that little jail cell and she was like barely alive at the end because the ship got all destroyed. We need to put that like around her for her timeout.
I'm like Mariner. I thrive in the brig.
Yeah, there you go. I can't imagine if you're just listening to this on the podcast versus visually seeing it. You should watch. If you're listening to this on the podcast, check out our Twitch because it's ridiculous. Yep.
Oh,
all right, let's
hold on Twitch. Meg said, maybe we find out the reason for the burn, but there will be yet another mystery to bridge to season 4.
That makes sense.
And Rob actually has a really good theory that we can talk about real quick. I'm honestly guessing because they said work on Section 31 was supposed to start as soon as they finish season 3, it'll be tied in. And my wild speculation is Discovery beats whatever bad guy caused the burn this season, but some get away setting up the Section 31 Giorgio as the anti-hero show, hunting down the surviving bad guys while Discovery goes off to rebuild the Federation with hope for season 4. He says that's probably his wrong guess, but honestly, like that sounds
awesome.
Like.
But why would Giorgio do that? Because she only cares about Burnham. She doesn't want to. What's in it for her to hunt down these people?
We'll see.
I mean, she wants to just do her own thing, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like she would. I feel like it's more likely that she, at the end of the season, kills Osyraa, if that's her name, Osyraa, and takes her place and then tries to go full on.
Ooh.
Or she's going to be like, I'm sick and dying, and in my last act, I'll do something not so shitty, and then die with like a really good, like, end line, saying something snarky.
So either way, she'll chain for better or worse.
Yep, certainly.
Rob also has an awesome theory about why the burn happened. He said Terrans escaping their universe, tearing a hole through to here, accidentally destroying dilithium by arriving. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Awesome.
And there might be something to it. All right, let's try and get this ship rightened here. Okay, so we move on. Burnham and Book transport down to Quijan alone to investigate as we meet Book's brother, Kahim, who calls Book by his family name, T-Rex, and confronts him over his feelings of abandonment and being left alone to cope with the family business in his absence. And what did we think of this reunion?
Did Book used to be a T-Rex?
I was gonna make that joke.
I got you. I liked the reunion again. Like I liked that this was, it had that like Star Trek-y feel. It's like when Picard goes and fights his brother in Paris, or when Worf meets his brother. There's always the good brother episode of any Star Trek series, and this was another one. I really like that Book and his people are these. I called it like the Captain Planet moment at the end of the episode when they yeeted all the space things away.
The locusts.
I have the power of heart.
Yeah, it was very Captain
Poor
Planet.
kid.
I love the reunion. I liked that. His brother reminded me a little bit of like the way he acted. Pedro Pascal's character from Game of Thrones a little bit, just like his acting style. I thought that was really interesting.
It's also the accent.
Yeah, well, the accent, but it was more that just like I don't know.
The
there's
charm. You like
Yeah.
the charm?
The
But
garden
yes.
charm.
Spanish charm.
Spanish charm. Yeah,
And he had both eyes, so.
he did. So yeah, no, I thought it was great. I have to talk about props real quick because those guns were badass. That they were like organic almost because their frames were like wood. I loved that. So props to the disco props. Props to the props department.
Yeah, props to the prop.
Were they shooting darts?
Yeah,
Were
that
they
was like
dart guns?
It was a physical discharge that came from it, not an energy discharge.
Give you a physical discharge.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
Ew. I know what'll
Make
cure
it a
this
shirt.
moment, though.
As soon as I said it.
I know what'll cure this moment. So, I kind of like his brother as a character. And out of all the Kais we've met, Kahim being one of these, he's up there. Definitely above Kai Wynn.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
There's not many more Kais. It's basically just those two.
There's like a high Kai joke.
Well,
High Kai.
Hi Kai.
Yeah.
Kai 5.
Kai 5. There it is.
Except there's only Kai 2 right now.
All right. Moving on.
Hawk's never gonna host again.
I know.
Give him a mute button so he can shut us all the hell up.
Yeah, and he can mute Brittany, I think.
Brittany muted herself.
All right. So moving on, Stamets and Adira make a breakthrough in the ongoing mystery of the burn, finding an origin point in a remote and dangerous nebula, as well as an unexpected answer to the mysterious music heard throughout the galaxy, which turns out to be a Federation distress signal. What do we think about this revelation? And could the Federation have somehow been the cause of the burn?
Yeah.
100%.
I actually have I'm really interested by the Federation distress call because, and I'm sure Hawk's there with me. I think Eric will probably be there with me too. Maybe all of you will. And I'm just I'm stereotyping and being wrong. That Federation distress call, we should all know that sound effect. Like we should all know it if you're a Star Trek nerd. And just because you've heard it in the 23rd and 24th century, and that is just such a distinct sound effect. I'm so pumped to find out, like, is it okay? They keep mentioning the temporal wars. The ship came 930 years in the future. They're talking about Giorgio at a clip from next week's episode, crossing space and time and another dimension. Dude, the burn is a time dimensional thing. That ship
rift.
nebula, I bet you, is from the 23rd, 24th century. Listen, all through Trek history, sounds have been upgraded, and that is a very distinct sound to the TNG era of Star Trek. So
I think Enterprise also had that
maybe
a variation of it.
Yeah.
We know the burn's caused by Archer.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
It's his dog
Not
who's
Archer.
still in the teleporter thing. He's finally gonna
Porthos?
pop out.
Aw.
Porthos is
Yeah,
finally gonna pop out and hang out with Grudge. Oh my god, I'll watch that
It could
episode.
happen. It'll be the next spin-off series.
Milo
But
and
yeah.
Otis, Grudge and Porthos.
The Federation's definitely involved, and like we mentioned this so many episodes before, because it's just the way that they've been acting when Michael's looking into, like, finding out the source of the burn. They're just like, we have more important matters at hand, and we won't support you with this. Okay, we kind of will, but like, keep to your pace, all that. She's getting too much like backlash along the way.
Well, I don't know though. I think that Admiral, I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
Admiral Sexy?
Mummy?
Admiral
Sexy.
Is giving her a pretty long leash to research the burn, and they're letting discover.
Now he is.
Yeah, but why? I don't know. I don't think that the Federation did anything intentionally. I think.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's just that I think they're happier with the fact that, like, especially in the last episode, you had like the Vulcans and Romulans that are taking it on themselves that they're the cause of the burn. So like the whole time it's just kind of been like swept under the rug, like, yeah, probably happened there. And then the Federation's okay with moving on and doing bigger and better things because, yeah, probably happened there. So I don't know, but they're involved, whether it's shady or not.
Admiral Vance.
Yeah, I made all those advanced jokes.
And Lancelot jokes, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. I
I
forgot
make a
to
Camelot of
advance.
jokes.
Yep.
I wanted to call him Vamp and that, but that's the guy from Mandalorian.
Bamf, badass
Man.
motherfucker.
I going back, steering that ship back. I love that we had gotten a glimpse of this lullaby, and it's sort of like this, like that distress signal just sort of was permeating throughout the universe, and it was just behind everyone's ear, like you could just something you sort of know, but it's just been affecting everything. Like I think that's amazing. I think that's a great idea.
Mhm.
It's like when you stare at a TV and then you turn it off, and then like that last image is burned into your retinas. But this song was like burned in the back of everybody's mind.
Like Faith of the Heart.
No, that's burned like into your heart.
Not a lot of people's besides yours.
It's growing. There's a cult following now.
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
I apologize to everybody listening right now. But yeah, I did like that they actually touched on the music because we were talking about all those theories behind it in previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And with Jeff Russo and our Jeff
Exactly.
Russo review, you should listen to that episode. Shameless.
Listen to it.
So moving on. So we got to see Stamets and Adira's relationship continue to deepen. First with Adira correcting him on their proper pronouns, something apparently that they haven't told anyone but Gray, and then revealing that Gray has stopped communicating with them. Stamets continues to be a wonderful friend to Adira in their struggle to make sense of the changes happening inside since accepting the Trill's symbiont. Is Stamets just a good friend, or does he feel himself becoming something of a father figure to Adira?
Oh,
Space Dad.
Father
Space Dad,
figure.
yeah.
Are
They're
they
all
going
the
to file
space
those
bees.
adoption papers?
that
I'm waiting for it.
that last scene where they're just watching
Mhm.
Adira sleep, it was just like, oh my god. it's
And put
so
the little
cute.
jacket on them.
Oh my
and I was
god.
like,
She's like, I'm still awake, guys. And she's like, and she does that typical like millennial later gents. I thought that was
yeah.
Mhm.
I also like that they did the pronouns this episode because I was worried they were going to wait until next season to do that. And I was just like, oh, here's the pronouns. Because now I don't have to awkwardly, like, I felt so awkward saying like she earlier because like
Mhm.
it just felt weird
That's
because we
not
know
her
about the
name,
actor.
yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, good. Now we can all across the board say they, them.
across the board.
And that's what we want
the
in
board.
Star Trek too. Like I've always loved. We've talked about this a couple of times, but how Star Trek leads the way, right? We should always be seeing in the future that things are better, and just how quickly that Adira said that, and they jumped on board right away. Using the pronouns correctly, making the effort and seeing people for who they really are, and I love that about Star Trek. Hearts.
I love the space gaze. I knew
Exactly.
that they were going to congregate,
Yes.
come together, and it was nice to see. I hope that. Yeah, I hope that it happens. I hope.
She just wants more.
Space
of it.
Dad.
No,
Dads.
it's not like literally I have space dads, but like I hope they do.
I hope.
So we had something really unique happen, to go off topic here real quick, that I'm really excited about. We already have a contest winner, one of our first badges to give away. And Engineered 21 wrote us a very lovely review, which we're going to read live on the show. They wrote ASNAP. Yeah, I got that right. I got her own thing, right? Features hosts which, in my humble opinion, reflect the best of Star Trek and its ideals. The hosts have such an amazing dynamic, which makes their hot takes on Trek feel like you're sitting next to them as they discuss everything Trek. Also, the puns. So many fantastic puns. Engineered so much.
Nerd.
We will get you that pin. I actually think we already have your info because you won. I think you won some other stuff from us. So if not, we'll get that from you again. So congratulations. We have 2 more pins to give away. So get on writing those reviews. And back to our review.
That
Just
was
like
so
the
lovely.
candy.
Beautiful,
That
by the
was
way.
wonderful.
Was
Just
this-
like the
what a
candy engine
great review.
nerds. You're too sweet.
Oh.
I'm done.
Oh boy. So moving on, we go to Giorgio now. Giorgio is asked to submit to extensive medical tests to determine the cause of her deteriorating health, which seems to be rapidly increasing. Colbert persists through her abusive and threatening behavior, as apparently deposed Terran empresses make the worst patients. During the explorative subatomic body scan, Giorgio seems to temporarily lose cohesion as she experiences the same flashback from 2 episodes ago, one where she seems to lose someone very important to her. What do we think is happening to her, and how far do you have to push Colbert until he says enough? Thoughts?
I thought that he got his moment to say enough, right? When her and
Other doctor.
She has a name and it's a good name, and I wanted to say it. Doctor, I'm just gonna not say it because I'm gonna think too long. Oh wait, no. Okay. When they use the good drugs and they're like advancement. Advancement is good.
Yeah.
Like super quick.
Yeah. I wish we knew more about like what exactly is going on with Giorgio. Obviously, next episode we're gonna know for sure everything. But like, interesting that while she was having these flashbacks, she was literally like coming apart and like losing cohesion and everything. And I was like, remember that theory we came up with a few episodes ago? Maybe this isn't Giorgio, or maybe I don't know. It's kind of interesting that she can like come apart and come back together again.
But I think that has to do with
Wondering
her
about that now.
from
the mental break
dimension, right? Like it's like
yeah,
because they did a full body scan and
she's
come up as
there.
a hologram.
But that's how it happens in like lots of different shows where like if you're in another dimension, you're like resonating on a different frequency than everybody else at that dimension. AKA watch the OA, please. And
Eric just put it up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay, so Lorca, how long was Lorca in our dimension? I say our like we're in Star Trek. Our dimension versus, how long was he there versus how long has Giorgio,
It was a couple of
been?
years, wasn't it?
It was a couple of years, but it didn't matter as much because he didn't traverse time. And
Exactly.
from what they're saying with David Cronenberg's character, if you watch the clip from next week's episode, it's not that she went in time. It's the combination of traveling through time and coming from a different dimension that's just like not good on
she like pizza flipped, then yeeted into the future, and it's just like too much happening to the body.
Twitch is also coming through with the name of the doctor. It's Dr. Tracy Pollard.
Yep, she's awesome.
Thanks, Twitch.
I couldn't remember because my episode kept freezing every 30 seconds, so there's a lot of dialogue I missed.
That was
I love that she's got like the variation of the white uniform. She's got like it's more of a skirt and then like really high leather boots. I think it's a good look. I think it's really cool. We have actually real quick. I have a couple more Twitches. So Meg wrote Brittany's punishment is that she's got to sing a verse of Faith of the Heart at some point.
I will look it up and learn for you.
Going back to Adira real quick, 21 was saying she does wonder what's happening with Adira, speaking of the signal, because she's one of the people that obviously knows the music. So there's so much going on. They fit like an A, B, and C plot into one episode because we know that they cut the Giorgio stuff from last week's episode and put it in this week's episode. So yeah.
What's the most Star Trek thing about everybody giving a shit about Giorgio, basically dying is that if you think about it, she was kind of like the Hitler of her universe. She should be in a jail cell and everybody should be like, screw her. But it's the most Star Trek of them to be. And I know they formed some sort of an attachment there, which I think is kind of a bad idea. But it's so Star Trek of them. They're like, this person's a insane person, but they still care. So
I always thought it was like kind of like Sound of Music. How do you solve a problem like Philippa?
Musical episode. Hawk, what were you going to say?
Let's do
it. The fact that they think maybe there's a possibility of rehabbing her.
How do you rehab Hitler? Like, she cares about Giorgio.
You send her back in time to kill herself.
Oh,
thanks, Doctor Who.
You're welcome. Oh no, we've gone back in time. Time to kill Hitler.
Mag goes, but she's Michelle Yeoh.
Oh no, we love Michelle Yeoh.
I love Michelle Yeoh.
Well, maybe good Giorgio, like her consciousness, like everybody else who's come back to life, reasserts itself because of science, and we get good Giorgio and I don't know stuff.
What if what if she Michelle Yo-Yo's back through time?
There you go. That explains it better than what I said.
You're welcome. Something about consciousness snapping back in. We'll see next episode. I'm sure it'll either get solved and she'll stay on this show, or if it doesn't get solved, she'll get her own show. That's the branch they're giving us right now. They're like, find out next week. Who will stay? Who will leave the island?
Rob says George, no, Brittany.
Rob, what are you
Michelle Yeoh, calm down.
But if they do somehow manage to find a way to kind of rehab her, especially in the next episode, and that does it take away some of that dangerous fun from like this person who literally threatened to poison Culber's non-existent children.
I feel like even if she recovers, she's still gonna be fucking crazy. Like, she's still badass and insane. So, like, she won't be literally falling apart, but mentally she'll be like, I will cut you.
I mean, that's the best part about her.
Absolutely. So moving on a couple of side notes, we are seeing Tilly in action for the first time in her newly appointed role as acting first officer. How is she doing in this most important of roles in the Star Trek universe?
A great
so
job.
good. And Saru's doing a nice job of sort of guiding her through it. And I heard your Saru pun from earlier, Hawk. You put in that little bit. I heard that. You have such Saru vibes in your manner and the way you speak. I think you could do a great Saru.
Hawk is our
cosplay.
Saru.
Also in my walk.
Yeah,
You're wafting
stands in
the
front
whole
of the mirror.
time.
I love it.
Tilly was the highlight of this episode for me. If we notice, like when Tilly is given a task, she is in the zone, and no pun intended, Brittany kills it.
I knew it.
Absolutely kills it. I loved when I'm gonna mix the guy's name up with the actor. It's Ryan, and Noah's the actor, and the Andorian is Ryan, right?
Rin.
I love when Rin walks into the ready room and he's like, I want to speak to the captain. And Tilly's like,
Yeah. He's like,
That was
"Sit
my
down."
favorite moment.
try that again.
So
Like,
good.
again. Oh my god, I went Canadian. Hawk's rubbing off on me. You tried
Never
that,
go full Canadian.
and I just did it again. I'm just gonna say again because I'm Canadian for the day. You try that again with the tone the rank deserves. I thought that was awesome. I love that line. And then she had the like almost the Michael brain to say, hey, we should send Detmer rogue because this is a good idea. And listen, if we're talking about side notes, like you brought it up, so I'll wait on that. But Tilly killed it for me this episode.
Yeah, I really like her in the role, and I can't wait to see her grow more in it. But she's already so natural, and I think she's the type of first officer that they need right now because everybody's been through so much PTSD and trauma and everything. And as much as Michael knows a lot more, is more experienced, or like Tilly mentioned the previous episode, a lot of people are more experienced. She's the one they want to follow right now, and she's the person who will not only care about like what needs to be done, but also keeping in mind like how people are feeling about what needs to be done. So like she'll be there as a leader, but one that's like also caring about you in like almost a friend way, because everybody on the ship is a friend, so it's kind of nice.
The right person for the right time.
I'm sort of stuck on this again thing.
Move on, Eric.
Are you? Do you want me to keep saying again?
No, I've never thought. Anyway, it's not important.
You guys say again all the time.
Hawk says again all the time.
That's true.
Eric does not.
I don't. That's what's confusing me.
I think I've heard you say again before.
Well, I'm in Detmer to Hawk's amazing hosting this episode. What do you think about that, Hawk?
I think it moves us nicely into our next side note, which was Detmer. Detmer is called upon to engage in a solo mission to stop the Viridian's orbital assault on Quijon, where we see her finally getting past her PTSD, as well as some kick-ass old-school piloting on her part. What did you guys think of this?
That she went full on fucking Carathrace. That's what.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Not enough Beastie Boys, though. Not enough Beastie Boys playing in the background.
No.
When she took me, I lost it. I was so stoked. Oh, I love that moment.
And I liked Owo saying that to her earlier too. That like, you got this. This is what we need. And I was like,
I loved her
And
her speech to Rin about being brave just for the next couple minutes. Like I love that. That was such a good moment for her. It sort of moved her not past her PTSD, but sort of is helping her through it, I feel.
And Grudge popping out, and he was like, "What the hell is this thing?" Like that's a cat. It's okay. What the hell's a cat?
Giant cat.
Oscar-worthy performance from Noah.
Yeah, Grudge steals every scene that they're in.
Engineer 21 says the Digimatter hand control moment was fantastic. The manual control. Sorry, Hawk. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I loved was the look on her face and that. Like we've seen this kind of the scared look, the shock look on her face and that all season. And that when she got hold of those manual sticks and that, like there was just pure joy. Like it's probably the reason she became a pilot in the first place. And we got to see that. It was such a good episode for her.
Whoever said Starbuck, that's it right there, because there's something about that confidence that we've seen shaken in her. Like, she's been doing her job, but at the start of the episode, she put in some sort of failsafe or whatever, and she just, she's been given this job, and there's a moment where she's in it, and she feels it, and she goes for it, and I think there's a lot of healing that's happening, so that's great.
Yeah, and that's what she needed, just to feel like the ship's an extension of her again, and that she knows what she's doing. Like, it's second nature. It's muscle memory, that sort of thing. And so much of that PTSD and that stress and that fear was blocking her from that. So it was feeling unnatural to her to do what feels natural. So I think it finally clicked here. And it's not going to cure her in a day, obviously. That's what I like about the show. But it was really nice to see her be her full self again. And like you said, I major Kara Thrace vibes.
I like that she
Starbuck.
went full fighter pilot in the mess hall too, and was like retelling the story, and was like, "Yeah, I kicked the shit out of them, and it was awesome." And like, Bryn was my awesome co-pilot, and he gave like the thumbs up, and I was like, "Yeah,
talk to me, Goose."
Yeah, talk to me, Goose.
Oh God.
I was like, went full Maverick, went through full Kara Thrace, went full. God, there's so many good. Went full
Carol Danvers.
Yeah, Carol Danvers.
Yep.
Ooh,
From Kara Thrace to Carol Danvers. More at 11.
So we've come to an end. Any last thoughts? Any Easter eggs that we might have missed this episode? And that I watched it, I think, twice. In that, I nothing really jumped out to me.
I would say the biggest Easter egg is the Federation distress call sound effect, which is just at least in my nerdy, because I love sound effects so much, I immediately picked that up. I'm pretty sure that's the same sound effect that's going off when Cisco has to abandon ship off the Miranda after Wolf 359. So
Osyraa had a Picard era comm badge at the beginning, so that was a neat little thing.
And the picking out of the what should I say? We've seen that in the lower decks and everything. The 5, 6, 7, 8 warp me. And so, and what was he going with for a minute there? Execute, and everybody's like,
yeah, and they're like,
yeah. But Hawk, you got to do the line for us. So what Saru went with, which was,
oh God, sorry, I'm trying to think.
Proceed.
It's not
Carry on.
Carry on. I thought it was proceed. Oh, I'm wrong.
Carry on.
No, I remember what it was. It was hit it.
No, that's the very first one.
Too,
I love that one. And she's like,
let's carry on.
Carry on my wayward soul.
It's a very musical episode. It'll be peace when you are done. We are done.
We made it to the end of another one.
I didn't catch many Easter eggs because I was just having Wi-Fi issues. So it was very blocky this episode. I don't know if I cried or not. I couldn't feel the emotional depth, but I did watch it, just in small chunks.
Did we mention that the Emerald Chain is running out of dilithium? That's sort of
a
big point.
Yeah.
That was a big point at the end. Rin,
I don't know what really to say about it other than we know it's happening, and I don't know how that's gonna really affect either side because both sides are running out of dilithium.
Yeah.
So dilithium is just hard to come by in this timeline. So it obviously hurts them as a crime syndicate. Crime syndicates need a way to travel and terrorize and get their goods, and it gives Discovery an advantage, I would guess, so they can catch up to them with a spore drive or who knows. It's definitely an important note. It's just not, we don't have much more on why.
Let's get that Omega particle.
They're gonna seal the deal.
Very nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah. If nothing else, it kind of establishes a motive for the Emerald Chain towards the end of the season, and that to become like a bigger threat, and that they might make some last-ditch gambit in that to either acquire some new technology or try and acquire new dilithium from somebody by force.
Or they figure out that the Discovery has the whatever the hell drive, spore drive, and they try to take the Discovery, and we end on a cliffhanger where they have the Discovery, and it's like Voyager, and then the first episode next season they have to retake it. I figured it out.
Ta-da! She linked it together. Chain of thoughts.
Yes.
It happened.
The Emerald Chain.
All right, so we get down to the episode rating. Out of 10 sea locusts, what do you give this episode? We will start with Brittany.
I will give it, it's so hard for me to judge because once again, I was having Wi-Fi issues. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I guess I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it wasn't like amazing or mind blowing to me. I think last week's episode was stronger for character development for me, I guess, other than Detmer in this case. I think in this episode was like really big for me. No, you know what? I'll change it. It's going to be 10 out of 10 because this is a good fucking Doug Jones episode. It was a good Doug Jones episode. I will take it. I will take it. For Doug Jones, the extra 2. He got to say his goofy ass lines to find out his captain things.
She has
Fine,
spoken.
fine. It'll be 9.5 out of 10 for Doug Jones and him only.
Eric, what do you give this episode?
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I didn't cry in it, but it was still a solid episode.
That's basically Discovery ranking. Did I cry? It's a 10. Did I not cry? It's an 8. It's true.
Aaron, give us your rating.
I'm gonna go with an 8.5 because I really like this episode. I like that there was a complete story in it. I like that we got backstory. I love the space dads. I love Saru figuring out his thing. I love Tilly. I love Detmer. It was, everybody got some stuff going on here. I thought it was solid. I love the bit at the end where Burnham was like, let's go pick some dead skin off of Linus. That was great. So 8.5 for dead skin being picked off of Linus.
Amazing.
Nice. Julian.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good episode.
That's why he was mad I jumped up.
I am.
He's like, get back on my level.
Listen, like, yeah, it was a great episode. It just wasn't anything. If I'm gonna nitpick, they left a couple of big. I know that they're trying to extend the season, but like, oh, let's go talk somewhere privately, and then we don't see Colbert and Giorgio again. I also just the fact that it only take a couple hours to get this algorithm done, and then that's probably next episode too. It's like opened a lot of threads and didn't come kind of close to closing them, and it doesn't look like we will for like 1 or 2 episodes. So that's the only thing. It was still really good. Just 7 out of 10.
I'd like to see you try to write an algorithm in 2 hours, Julian.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You're fine. I love you.
I'll write a Britney algorithm to not make puns anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Good
Good
luck.
luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Rob
Challenge accepted.
gave it a 7 out of 10. See a fellow 7. Thank you, Rob. For
Not
me,
even a 7.5. Come on.
Okay, I originally said 8. Calm down.
but it wasn't the best entry in season 3 again, except for the beautiful Adira stuff. So
Meg said she hasn't seen it yet, but she gives our pod a 10 out of 10.
I love Mag Mag.
Mag
Thanks,
Mag.
Mag Mag.
we love you, Mag.
She's magnificent.
Mhm.
Myself, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It wasn't a great episode, but it was still a good episode in that it managed to balance a lot of threads in that, keeping it like self-contained plot with a few of the continuing stories being fleshed out a little bit more. They left the Giorgio thing hanging, but after I saw the preview, I realized why they did that. So I'm going to give it an 8.5 sea locusts.
Okay, I think I have to change mine back to 5 because obviously that's the consensus
5?
here.
What?
I mean, it's not 5. Fuck, 8. I meant to say 8.
Hey, damn.
Originally,
It's been a long week.
What
Back
was
to
this,
8.
Alamarine? Jeez.
Back to 8. I'm going back to 8. I love Doug Jones, but it's an 8. So
I
we're
would have
fine.
done 7, but the deer stuff knocked it up to 8 for me.
Fair.
Gaze.
Space
Now we
Dads.
go to our
Space
subspace poll, and that what did the viewers think of this episode? Who wants to read the results?
Me. Okay. We asked. I didn't even wait for anybody. We asked, what did you think of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 8, The Sanctuary? And 69, nice. 60,
This is a quality podcast you're listening to here. We're very proud.
Engineer 21's about to change her review.
69.
It goes
think we
along
were
with
in our
physical
why I did
discharge.
that.
So.
You think we were in our 20s, but I don't think any of us are. So there you go.
Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 26.
You're 26? Oh, I thought you said...
Everybody thinks I'm in my 30s. I know.
No, I thought you were younger, but then I thought I saw like a text chain or something where you said something about being like in your 30s, and I was like, oh, that's surprising. So there you go.
No.
Spiritually in her 30s.
Oh, my puns.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Proceed.
69% said they loved it. 23% said it was okay, and 8% said not great.
Yeah, who's that 8%? God.
Oh,
They
I,
are.
I know who
They're-
the 8% are, but we don't talk
Georgia.
about them on this show.
They're blocked.
Jeez.
We can't access our polls, so it wasn't them.
What if they're secret directions?
Unless it was.
Secret
Yeah,
directions.
secret ones. Section 31.
I voted in the poll.
I found a penny, guys.
Woo, was it face up?
Yeah, it was on heads.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
Fuck,
Don't.
no, it's not.
Oh, leave it. Leave it. Don't touch it.
Jinx.
I'm done.
All right. So I guess we are finishing up here and that. So I'd just like to say join us this Saturday as we do a table read of the DS9 episode Trials and Tribulations. Oh, this could be a major shit show.
You
Too
said
lame
it
to
there,
share.
Hawk.
It's gonna be fun, but do not expect Shakespearean works.
Live.
I'm gonna make a drink.
Debatable.
Oh.
Everything I'm gonna do as O'Brien and Iambic Pentameter.
I think
Hold
like what 3/4 of us have acted on stage before.
I'm gonna be absolutely too much.
I'm
Absolutely.
Cisco. I have to be too much.
I know, and I'm so mad you got Cisco. Ugh.
I got Dax. I'm gonna try and do
Out
some
of my
like
office.
makeup.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
That would be awesome.
Although she
I think
took
so.
it off for that episode, but fuck it. I do what I want.
I think the last time I was asked to do a stage play was when I was 8 years old, and I froze and I wouldn't even come out and do my part.
Oh.
Don't worry, Hawk. You're gonna come in
So-
clutch this time.
This is going to be a redemption for me. All right. And you, the viewers, can join us after this stream as we watch the final episode of DS9 Season 1 on our Discord server in the TV Watch Alongs channel.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna watch that. I just realized I'm not doing anything.
So
Ready.
I guess that brings us to an end, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us again, and thank our hosts for coming on.
Everybody,
this week
thank
and-
Hawk for
Yeah,
hosting.
Hawk,
Well done.
the hostess with the mostest,
Trying to corral this madness.
the Hawk who knows how to talk, the bird with the word.
Hawk's taking a drink because he can't deal with our shit anymore.
Oh my goodness, just getting dry mouth
The
here.
Canadian who has it Madian. I'm done. Please cut me off.
I think I'm just gonna say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for beaming into our podcast today. If you want to keep the hailing frequencies open, you can subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Like what you hear? Put in a good word with Starfleet and leave us a 5-star review.